welcome to the Sunny Side Up series. Seriously, what was I thinking with this title? I literally cannot stand the look, the smell, the taste of anything egg related. However, it just fit and I went with it. I'm your host, Kellyanne Gorman, and you, my friend, are listening to the Happy Workaholic podcast. This is going to be a collection of 10 how-to podcast episodes. I repeat, 10 podcast episodes that you are going to be able to binge right now. These are shows that I created to provide a lot of insight and very important takeaways, and I am determined to add a little bit more sunshine and stability to your everyday life. Now, if you are an entrepreneur that has been grinding daily, if you're a mom who wants it all, if you have a side hustle, if you're a patient, a career woman, this is also for the multitasker, the mom who's ready to go back to work, maybe the mom who's ready to leave work and start her own business, her own side hustle, the happy and maybe not so happy, deserving woman who has been manifesting more. The time is now. These episodes have been created specifically for you. Now go get a pen, go get some paper, your favorite little notebook, and start this episode right now. Now, before you end it, I would love if you could rate, review, subscribe, leave me a comment on iTunes, tag me at The Happy Workaholic, post to Facebook and Instagram, and let me know what you guys think. I'd love your feedback. Let's dive in. Hello, and welcome back to another episode for the Sunny Side Up series. Today I want to talk to you guys about how you can move on after trauma and or grief. So obviously, first and foremost, I want to say that I am not a doctor, medical professional. However, I do feel like one because of everything I've gone through. But I just need to preface this show by saying this. And everything I'm going to be talking about today are from my own personal experiences, and that's why I'm sharing them with you, because they have been working for me. So I wanted to give you my thoughts on things that I'm going through, and maybe some of these things will help you in your own personal situations. So first, therapy. Therapy is so important, and I started going to therapy last year to get through my autoimmune disease, to get through the fact that I was misdiagnosed. I've been with my therapist for about a year now, and it's really helped me out. I can tell you that 100%. If you don't have insurance money, if you are looking for an less inexpensive way other than therapy, you can obviously search for tools online. One of them being meditation. There are so many different types of meditations that will definitely help you heal. It can take a while. I know for me it did. And I'm very particular with my meditations. And it honestly depends on my mood. So sometimes I do 5 to 7 minutes in the morning of the same one for like weeks straight. A couple months ago, I did an Oprah and Deepak meditation. I think there was like 15-20 minutes every day for like 14 days. And so that really worked out for me. And I was kind of surprised myself because they were longer than normal, and I absolutely loved it. There are some that I look for on YouTube, and then there are sometimes days where I just need this. I listen to this, I think it's called Anxiety Relief Spa Music. I'll put the link in the show notes for you. It's just a playlist that somebody actually created, but it sounds like you're in a spa. And sometimes I just meditate on my own and have that music going. Like I'll journal for like 2 hours. It's crazy. That's something that I've been doing a lot of over the last couple of months. And I just don't want to hear anybody else's voice in the morning. It really depends on my mood and how I wake up. But to move on after trauma and grief, something that I'm going to start this week and next week and for a while is this therapy called EMDR, which I can actually put a note to that in the show notes as well to explain it more, because I'm not going to explain it the best and I don't have my laptop open in front of me. But basically it's a holistic approach to healing, and it's just, it's really focused towards somebody that has PTSD or has gone through crazy trauma. And so since I'm going to be starting that, and I'm really excited. I was supposed to start a few weeks ago, but then I was in and out of Vegas and it just wasn't the right time. And in order for me to heal, I need to move forward with, my legal case. So Once that part's done, then I can start the healing. It just doesn't make sense, like in my mind, my body, like it just didn't feel good to start that beforehand. If you're super religious, obviously prayer is going to come into effect, and you want to make sure that you surround yourself with people that genuinely give a shit about you. When you go through trauma and grief, when you go through something really serious in life, if you're going through a divorce or a breakup, if you're sick, if you're hospitalized, those are the times when it's like a slap in the face. You realize who your friends are. I'm very lucky to have a group of friends that have always been like my biggest cheerleaders, like since the day I found out I had MS, since the day I found out I had NMO, since the day I found out I was misdiagnosed, since the day I started chemo. Friends dwindle away, like they don't want to be friends with a sick person. I'm not sure why. Family disappears. I'm not sure why. All these different situations are not good situations, and they're just going to put, a damper on your day. And I don't want you to focus on that. I don't want you to focus on the negative. I want you to focus on the positive, and that there is a light ahead. I have been through hell so many times, and just from being sick and from different drugs I was on and from different therapies I was going through, and they're not happy times whatsoever, but I can promise you there is a light at the end, because I would not be recording this series for you right now if I never saw that light, if I didn't feel it and see it now. I'm a different person now than I was before. 1, because I'm no longer on medications, and 2, because I'm no longer sick. 3, I actually can move on with my life, and I'm trying so hard to heal, and now I'm in the healing stages. And that's why I'm recording this for you today, because I can 150% guarantee that you are going to feel so much better if you start meditating, if you start seeking out therapy, if you have a community of positive, uplifting people around you when you need them the most, and they're there for you the most. Those are the things that are going to help you heal and feel better and always be in a positive mindset. It's hard. I'm not going to tell you you have to be happy all the time, because there's going to be days where you're going to want to not be happy, and you're going to want to stay in bed and cry. I've gone through my own depression and been, stuck in bed for days, and it wasn't even by choice. You can't help those things. And I get it. And I'm not going to sit here and say, not speaking from personal experiences. I'm sharing what I've personally gone through with you so that I can show you that you can get out of it. It's going to be hard. And just like I mentioned on the last show, you've got to work for it. You've got to put in the work. You've got to meditate. You've got to go for walks. You've got to go to the beach. You've got to, get outside and get fresh air. That's a huge, even if it's, snowing and it's ice cold, and that brisk slap in the face of cold, brisk air. Trust me, I grew up in a very cold climate during the winter. So I know that feeling, and you're like, ooh, hello, I'm awake. Sometimes you need that. Jim Quick is somebody that I follow. If you guys aren't following him, he's a genius, and he has a couple things that he does every morning to stimulate his brain, like brush his teeth with the opposite hand and take cold showers and drink his tea. And there's so many other things. I'll link him in the notes. He's amazing. And there are just so many things that are going to wake you up and put you in a positive mindset, right away. And I know that you're not going to have those days right away. I know that you're not going to want to even feel like that. But when you get to that point where you do want to feel like that, then these are the things that you want to kind of bring into your life. For me, I love cooking. I am a huge meal prepper, just finding fresh ingredients, which I'm going to be talking about in one of the next episodes about how I'm losing weight and eating healthy. But meal prepping and creating delicious recipes and sharing them on my Instagram stories. I love doing that shit. I used to cook on yachts. I used to cook for families. I am not a chef by no means, but by any means, I just love to cook. I don't eat any seafood. So don't ask me for a seafood recipe. I just don't know what to tell you about that. Look online, look on Pinterest. But when it comes to like healthy veggie meals and ground turkey and like beans and rice and lentils and like my homemade veggie burgers, vegan ice cream, like I can totally share those with you. Those are things that have like really helped me heal too. Is like spending time in the kitchen, creating good recipes, creating like delicious meals and sharing them with my friends online. Surrounding myself with like other happy people online that like enjoy what I'm posting and what I'm sharing. These are things that you're going to want to do. These are things that are going to help you heal and get through the trauma. But going back to the original statement and in the beginning is that you want to get some kind of therapy. You want to get some kind of meditation in there. You want to make sure that you're going outside and getting fresh air, whether it's getting yourself to the ocean, which I'm very lucky that I can do that every day again, and getting some sunshine, sunshine. Vitamin D is really good for uplifting your spirits. If you don't want to go outside, you can get one of those lamps. But I'm telling you, go outside, you're going to feel 100 times better. Like getting in a workout, put on some Ed Milet, who I'm like obsessed with. If you guys don't know who he is, you need to watch his YouTube or listen to his podcast. He's so inspirational. It's like incredible, like the words that come out of his mouth. And then he has like the most insane guest list ever. So I'll put his name in the show notes for you. And now I'm losing my voice again. But I just want you to know that if you are going through trauma, if you are, like at the end of the rope and you just need to find a way to move on from grief and you need a way to heal, I'm always available. I'm not a doctor. Obviously, I've already mentioned that, but I've gone through it. I've gone through it enough where I can tell you what works. And they're my personal ways that have worked. So if you ever need another friend to reach out to online, if you ever want to talk to somebody that's already gone through it, that is coming out on the other side, that is finally in the healing stages, I am here for you. And I just want you to know that you're not alone. Don't ever think that you're alone, because you have me. And if you don't have, a supportive group of friends, it's okay, because you're going to find them, and I will be your first one. So I hope that this information really helped you out today. And like I mentioned, please reach out to me if you ever have any questions. If you just need another friend, I'm here for you. So I hope that you are going to have more of a positive and uplifting and healing type of day, because you fucking deserve it. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode for the Sunny Side Up series, brought to you by the Happy Workaholic Podcast. If we're not connected on Facebook and Instagram, let's do it today. You can find me at the Happy Workaholic. For more information on myself, my coaching programs, and so much more, simply visit thehappyworkaholic.com. I hope you guys are having a great day. You love this series, and I'll talk to you soon.